What is up, Yugi Tubers? It is I, Henry, and I have come to you with a Masked Hero Elemental Hero build, IRL, in real life. I have already showed you my, not my, but an older take that I had on DN. It wasn't as good as this build is now, and ever since I changed it, it's been so much better, and I've fallen in love with this deck. So I chose to go out and buy 3 structure decks and make it. And I do recommend buying the structure deck, guys, because it's a great structure deck. 3 missed because, well, it's the new Stratos of the deck, so you have to run it at 3. When it's sent to grave, you add a hero from your deck to your hand. When it's special summoned, you can add a change quick play spell card from your deck to your hand. Normally, the build that I'm running, which is more of a control build, runs 2 Bubble Man, but I'm running 3 Bubble Man because I like to spam the board with Bubble Man because you can go into more rank 4s, you can boost Ab Zero up to 3,000 or 3,500 or potentially 4,000 if you summon all Bubble Mans, but that won't happen unless you banish an Acid instead of a Bubble Man from grave. And I just really like it. You can pull off some great combos with it. I chose to run the control build, though, over the OTK build because control build has OTK potential and can grind game if it needs to. 3 Alias because it's a great monster you can drop and attack into problematic monsters like Thunder King or Denko Saka. 2 Summoner Monk because it deck thins by 1 at the least, and it's just great when you want to fusion summon by pulling out a Mist from deck to add a change quick play spell card, or go into a rank 4. I chose not to run Goblin Vert because my hands were getting cloggy because it was too many monsters, and you didn't always have the Mist in hand for the combo to be the most effective. I am running 11 monsters. You won't normally want to keep a hero count down to a minimum so that you don't get the cloggy hands. 2 a hero returns, a hero lives because you want the consistency of 2, but you don't want 3 because the cost is too much, and you can always ditch the second one for Summoner Monk's effect. 3 Mass Change. I cannot tell you how good this card is, guys. I mean, can be used more than once per turn, and it's a quick play. So it just wrecks with your opponent. And screw Shaddolls because it can be used more than once. I'm running 1 Mass Change 2 because, yes, Control normally doesn't run it, and OTK normally runs it at 2 or 3. So I chose to meet in the middle and run 1 because it can come in handy because I wanted to make my fusion summons more consistent. It does get cloggy if you don't have another card to ditch, but that's where you set it as a bluff. Plus, it helps open up your hand for Bubble Man. So, bubble. I love Bubble Man, guys. He's my favorite hero of all. I'm running 1 Form Change. In the build that I showed earlier on DN, I was running 2. I chose to cut this and a second Rhoda for 2 Mirror Force. It's proven to be better in the control build, and Form Change is great because it can be searched, and if your opponent tries to bottomless compulse or something that targets, you can always play Form Change on your level 8 fusions, guys. Level 8, because I don't run any other level 6 fusions other than Dark Claw. You can play this on your level 8 fusions and pull out a different one. Next, to get back your 5 change quick play spell cards, I run 2 Mass Charge. Great card. It potentially helps you go into 2 fusions in 1 turn, or 3 if you have multiple mass changes. And it's just great. However, you do have to have a hero and a change quick play spell card in your grave to use this. And you run 2 for consistency, plus you can always ditch it for Summoner Monk. I would not recommend it 3 though, because it gets cloggy, and 1 you don't see it enough. Then of course, 3 Miracle Fusion because, well, top deck Miracle Fusion per game. I do apologize. I only have 1 Ultra and 2 commons from the structure deck. I didn't think I was going to make this deck in real life, but once I fell in love with the deck, I just pulled all my cards out, and this was the last holo that I had from trading my other 2. But must be run at 3, and both OTK and Control, because you do want to top deck it for game. Or just saves you sometimes. To search out your E-Heroes, 3 E-Call, because you can search your Bubble Man or your Mist, or you can ditch it for Summoner Monk. And then or your aliases if you need to do something, get over Denkosaka or something. And then one reinforcement of the army. You only really need one. You can bump it up to two. I chose to not run two because of space, aka Mirror Forces, because Mirror Force and Dark Law is amazing. One Snatch Steal, because Snatch Steal wins games. And then for back row, 3 MSTs. I was too lazy to get out my other 2 hollows, so I just put in the 2 commons and 1 hollow. But yeah, 3 MSTs for back row, because back row can stop this deck, and you don't want back row stopping the deck. Like I said, 11 monsters, 20 spells right here. Heavy spells. And 9 traps. So here are the traps, guys. 2 Fiendish Chain for effect negation, and I chose this over Breakthrough because it stops attacks as well. And I finally got my hands on the second secret, guys. I finally have 2 secret Fiendish Chains. The only bad thing is that they are from the Legendary Collection box. 5D box. I'm sorry. 3 Call of the Haunted, because Call of the Haunted and Mist is amazing. Call of the Haunted really with anything in this deck is amazing, because you can go into rank 4s or fusions. It's just really good. I wish, though, however, you could use Call of the Haunted on your masked heroes. But you can't. Can you use it on your other heroes, though? No, you cannot. Yeah, you can only use this on your monsters, guys. I wish you could use it on the hero fusions. I wish. But you can't. But still good. You can cut it to 1 for Rhoda if you wanted, but I like 3. 2 Mirror Force. Oh my god, guys. 2 Mirror Force plus Dark Claw is amazing. You can protect your Dark Claw since it can get attacked over quite easily. And it's like Dimensional Prison on steroids, alright? Dark Claw plus Mirror Force, Dimensional Prison on steroids. And with the ruling, with Dark Claw and Macro and D-Fisher, please, no Pendulum monsters no longer go to the extra deck if you have Dark Claw, Macro, or D-Fisher. So if you have Macro and they're trying to attack over Macro and you play Mirror Force, they can say goodbye to their OTK pretty much. It's just so good. Then the last of the traps, the one is 1 Solemn and 1 Bottomless for summon stopping. You always need to have some summon stops. The extra deck is incomplete. I'm missing a Shining, an Escarado, and an Acid. But I will do the best with this extra deck, guys. Don't judge. I'm trying to pick them up. I just don't want to order them off of line, so I'm trying to pick them up off of people who have them. But everyone who has them is running heroes, so yeah. But hey, why not? So of course you have your 1 Shining, gains 300 for every banished hero monster, and your 1 Escarado, gains 100 for every hero monster in the grave. It's a dark, Shining's a light. And then you got your 1 Ab-Zero, because Ab-Zero's amazing. It's pretty much a Raigeki when it leaves the field. So that's, if it gets compulsed, leaves the field, nukes your opponent. A really good combo is, say you have this, a Mass Change set, and Acid is in your extra deck. Play Mass Change on this, go into Acid, destroy all of your opponent's monsters and their back row. Really good. Then, of course, you always run your 2 Dark Claw, because Dark Claw is Dark Claw. It's amazing. It has a Banish from Hand effect and a pretty much macro effect, a one-sided macro. It's so good. 1 Acid, Water, level 8, 2600 attack. Destroy all spell cards your opponent controls when fusion summoned. Spell and trap cards. And gains, if you destroy all spell and trap cards, your opponent's monsters lose 300 attack. This is the most expensive out of the 3 that I have to get, but I'm trying to get it, guys. 1 Koga. I don't see why a lot of people don't run it, because Koga's freaking amazing, guys. I mean, it gains 500 for every monster your opponent controls, and you can banish a hero monster. So not only does it set up for Shining, but when you banish that hero monster, your opponent's monsters lose attack equal to that banished hero monster's original attack. I'm running 1 Divine Wind, aka Kamikaze. Can't be destroyed by battle, and when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you draw a card, so it helps build up hands. I was originally running a Diane over this because I was running a Goblinberg, so the mass change 2 with the Goblinberg, but Goblinberg wasn't helping it. It wasn't cutting it. The last hero fusion, I have not seen people running this, but a friend and I talked about it, and we think this card has great potential. One contrast hero, I mean, contrast hero once per turn can negate the effects of one monster. It's a 3,000 attack, 2,600 defense, light and dark on the field, so it's like Light and Darkness Dragon. It's summoned by 2 mass heroes, so you can use your Miracle Fusions to pull this guy out, which helps a lot. Excuse me. And it's just a good card. I really think people should run it. So for the fusions, it's 9 fusions, I believe. 6 Exceeses. I have all the Exceeses, guys, so don't worry. Of course, your staple one-ofs. Exciton, 101, and Castell. Nuke. Mr. Steal Your Girl, Big Eyes, pretty much cousin. And Bounce Back, or Book of Moon, doesn't want to deal with those cards. Doesn't want to deal with other cards. One level chain. I will show you combos after this if I'll be able to. My computer's been fritzing out, but I will show you. This card's just amazing. I do not have dual terminal though. I wish I did, because this price of this card has been going up again. One Excalibur, because it can go up to 4,000. Again, I said this deck is mostly control, but OTK potential. I'm not running Blade Armor Ninja because it's not OTK. And I'm running 1 Emerald because this and this can recycle 3, so it can recycle your Dark Claws and all that, and draw 1, or summon Alias from Grave. Alright, so that's it for the deck profile, guys. Now I'm going to show you some combos that I like to do. I think I'm going to need an Emerald, I'm going to need 101, and I will need Summoner Monk. This normally happens spontaneously, guys. I hope I'll be able to show you this now. I'm just grabbing all the cards that I'll need for it. We'll go... So we have that in hand. Maybe that. And Mass Change. Then we have this in hand and a Bubble Man in hand. Alright, so this is your hand, guys. Let's get these out of the way. You have an E-Call, a Miracle Fusion, and a Mass Change, a Summoner Monk, and a Bubble Man. You'll be pulling these 2 out. So, of course, you do the obvious. Summon Summoner Monk, right? Get rid of the E-Call. You summon Mist. Mist adds a change quick play spell card. So, let's say... Actually, whoops, I think I got that mixed up. Yeah, this is... Sorry, guys. This is actually supposed to be a Mass Charge. And then Mist adds the Mass Change to your hand. So now your hand is a Bubble Man, a Mass Charge, a Miracle Fusion, and a Mass Change. Alright? Alright, you're going to set these 2. So this is what your field will look like from your opponent's point of view. You have these in your hand. Play the Mass Change on... Alright, I hope I'm doing this right. Play the Mass Change on Mist. Summon... Oh, I should have gotten that Dark Claw. This is one of the combos. You don't have to do it this way if you want to go for the rank 4s. This is for the fusions. Summon Dark Claw. This is engraved. You can special summon this. Since you have no... You special summon Bubble Man since you have no more cards in your hand. Then you can overlay for the Bubble Chain. Next, it would be detach Bubble Man for the Bubble Chain to send Neos Alias, alright? Now, this is all turn 1, guys. Keep that in mind. Then you can play the... Oh, you can do either one of these. Let's say we play... Alright, so this is your grave right here. This is your grave. A Mist, a Bubble Man, and an Alias. So say we play Mass Charge first, alright? So we play Mass Charge. There's Mass Charge. Play Mass Charge. Add a probably missed and Mass Change to hand. Mass Change went to grave for the Fusion 7. Just didn't show you in my grave. My bad, guys. I'm screwing up already. But you add these to hand. Alright, a mist and a Mass Change. There you go. And then you could play Miracle Fusion and banish Bubble Man and Alias for either Shining or Ab-Zero. And this is all in one turn, guys. So it's really good. And then, not only that, oops, I dropped a card. You can then set this Mass Change. So if they try to get rid of your Ab-Zero or do something, you would, ooh, that's also engraved from, this is also in the grave from Summoner Monk. So now all you have in your grave is 2 spells, Mass Charge and E-Call. You can set the Mass Change and send Ab-Zero to grave to summon an Acid, nuke field, nuke spell and trap cards, stuff like that. Now, I am going to see if I can remember the combo that pulls out, I think, 3 rank 4s. This is not in hand. This is in hand. This is in hand. It's sort of the same hand with some differences. We'll go with that in hand. These are in the deck, but I will use them again. What else is in hand? Well, let me think. Oh, so you have a call set. Call set. Alright. So you have a call. Alright, call a set. So this is what it looks like. Call a set. And we'll just go with these in hand. Alright. So, normal summon Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk effect. Ditch E-Call. Special summon Mist. Mist adds Mass Charge. Alright. Now, overlay into Lavable Chain. No, wait, no, sorry. You do not use Mist for this. Go into Lavable Chain. Alright? Then what you do is you set your Miracle Fusion and your Mass Charge. They're just in hand for this. Special summon Bubble Man. Next, Lavable Chain effect. Summoner Monk, or not, detach Mist. You must detach Mist for this, alright? So you detach Mist. Lavable Chain resolves first. So you send Alias. This is in your hand still. This is in your deck going to grave. So you send Alias to the grave, alright? So you have an E-Call, a Mist, and an Elemental Hero, Neos, in grave. Next, Mist effect will go off, adding a second Bubble Man, and this is why I run 3 guys, because Bubble Man spam is amazing. Another Bubble Man. Oh, that's set. Sorry, Masters. This is, I'm screwing up. This is not in your hand. I told you, you do not use this in Mist effect, so sorry. So, all that's in your hand is Bubble Man. Drop the second Bubble Man. So it looks something like this. Alright? Overlay with the 2 Bubble Men into Emerald. Emerald effect. Detach. Second effect, and since Neos is a normal engrave, special summon Neos. Then you activate the call that was set last turn to summon either Mist or Bubble Man. Doesn't matter. We'll go with Bubble Man for this. And you go into any pretty much rank 4 you want. Excalibur, 101, or Excaton, or Castel. So those are just some awesome tips and tricks of this deck. Sorry if you got confused with the combos. I was getting confused myself because I normally don't really think. They just happen because I don't really have to explain them to anybody. But I hope you like this deck profile, guys. It's a really, really fun deck. People were telling me it wasn't going to be meta. I'm like, what are you talking about? This deck is so going to be meta. Because it's just really, really good. And I'm out, guys. Peace!